It's all right, mate.
Yeah.
It's all good. I understand. Kids take the phones these days and drain the batteries. So
Yeah.
no, that's cool, mate. Anyway, we'll get back into talking about some footy and stuff like that.
Beautiful.
So after you win the grand final with Broncos, you spend an extra couple of years there. 2008, you leave. Or was your final season? You go to the Bulldogs in 2009. You don't play a hell of a lot of games for the Bulldogs. I'm guessing injury and stuff happened there. But in 2009, you win Daily M Prop of the Year. How was that as a personal achievement? How did you take that in?
Well, it was a sort of I never ever thought that would ever happen, but 2000, you got to understand where the Bulldogs were at in 2008. So they got the wooden spoon in 2008. Sonny Bill left them, took off to France to play rugby. They had no sponsors, literally had no major sponsor, no one on their jersey. They had a bad reputation, but they're one of the great clubs, and I couldn't believe the way it was at the time. But Toddy Greenberg, who was the CEO, came up and came out to chat to me because I was off contract when I was at the Bronx. And I started playing Origin at this stage and told me his plans for the club and what he wanted to achieve and my role in that. And my eyes lit up and I was like, mate, this bloke knows what he's talking about. And I actually went back to the Broncos. He sort of he offered me a decent contract. I said, look, I just want to go back to the Broncos. I love the Broncos. I just want to be a Brisbane Bronco. And, I wanted to go back and give them the last chance to at least go somewhere close. I would have accepted $100,000 less to stay at the Broncos. But they had no money. I got offered minimum money, the minimum wage, because the salary cap was full. They had one spot, so it was like $52,000. Where I could get something decent and support my family in Sydney. So I signed up, went there, and within 12 months, we went from wooden spooners to equal minor premier. So 2009, we were equal number one on the top of the table. We, one game off the grand final, Parramatta in their freakish run, Jared Hayne and Fui Mormo were fantastic that game. Where it was 84,000 or something at the Olympic Stadium there. And it was just something incredible. And I had that great year. I knew I had to step up. That was when I got, a real leadership role. There was Michael Innes, myself, Andrew Ryan, General. They had Brett Kamali, and Josh Morris was just a young kid that showed great leadership skills. And we bought into the Bulldogs plan. And to be honest, Kevin Moore, he's not coaching anymore in first grade, but did a fantastic job. But Todd Greenberg used to pull us aside every week and take us out for breakfast or a coffee to have a chat about what we need. And he really listened to us players and what we thought. A lot of us have been part of successful teams, and we were able to speak to him. But then he didn't just listen; he put things into action, and that really, it's like, wow, they're listening to us, and they believe in what we. And we just were such a tight team, and within 12 months, we achieved so much. And people don't know this about the Bulldogs. In 2009, we had no sponsorship. You may have seen on our jersey, we had Camp Quality, the charity. Now, we offered them that. That spot's normally at least $3 million plus. Back then, it was worth about that $2-3 million, the main sponsorship, that jersey spot. And we offered it to them for free. And they said no. This is a state where the club was in. We actually ended up, I think Todd Greenberg, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it was around $200,000 he offered them in charity money. He paid them $200,000 just to have them on our jersey, to show that we care and that this club's turning itself around. We're all about community. We're all about families, and change the name of what the Bulldogs were known for. And literally, it was genius stroke, because we were playing fantastic football. We're in the community. We're doing great work with Camp Quality. All of the players bought in, and within 6 months, halfway through the year, we had I think J-Car came on board, and all that. We had Dalton House on our sleeves, and all these sponsors started getting behind us, and we turned the club around. And that's Todd Greenberg and Kevin Moore in the space of 6 to 12 months, turned that club from wooden spooners to the top of the table. And all